what's been on my mind. Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is...
Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you're here. And welcome to the weekend wrap up. The weekend wrap up is where we take bits and pieces of our weekend, put it all together in one video, and end up on the couch where Bryant shares with you his summary of his Sunday morning message. Now, this video is very different because there was not any footage this weekend because we were busy. So the main meat of this video is going to be couch time, but there are just a few things we're going to add in. So first, let me take you to, we stopped by Caroline's on the way home from church, and then we'll go to couch time, and I'll see you back in just a second. Hey everyone, you're seeing this right before we do couch time, but as you can see, we did not film any through the barbecue yesterday. It was just busy. I mean, it was just like we were nonstop, and so I didn't film anything. Bryant's got some pictures that I'm gonna put in this video somewhere, probably at the end, but I apologize, we didn't get anything filmed. But it's after church. We're over at Caroline's house. She fixed chicken and dumplings the other night, and she had some leftovers, so we're over here to eat chicken and dumplings. So we're going to go in the dining room area, and we are going to eat, and then we'll see you back over on the couch for couch time.
That's good stuff.
There's the chicken and dumplings. Don't they look delicious?
Eat my stone and eat this stone.
Judah's ready to eat. Hey everyone, welcome to Couch Time and welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. This is going to be the meat of today's video. We're going to show you a few clips from the rest of the week, but mainly this is the meat of this video. We've had a busy week.
That is an understatement. We have been busy preparing for this fundraising barbecue that we had. We were busy preparing for the chickens to go out, selling the chickens. I think you've already described what that means to them, right?
No, I have not, because
Okay.
I'll have to do it again. Listen, this is like the second time we're filming this because the microphone went out on us, and it was nothing. It was complete silence.
As many of you know, if you're new to this channel, I want to explain it to you. We are commercial poultry farmers. We have 6 commercial broiler houses, and in a given year, we raise about 4.5 million pounds of chicken, roughly 700,000 birds a year. And so when the birds go out, that's what's called selling chickens, because used to, in the broiler world, many other broiler farmers, they don't get paid until the chickens go out. So they go 9-10 weeks without a paycheck. Our contract's a little different. We get paid every month. So technically it's not selling chickens for us. And
You'll hear us refer to it as we're selling chickens, we're catching chickens, different things. But it's mainly when they come and get the chickens and take them to be processed to end up at Costco as their organic chicken.
Yeah, and so Friday night, we got rid of 5 houses. Tonight at 2:30 a.m., I'll go back over, and we've got one more house to sell. She gets to stay home tonight because I told her she could.
You did. I'm so thankful.
And normally she'd be going with me, but she's tired and exhausted, so I told her, sweetie, why don't you stay home tonight? I can handle it by myself.
He's tired and exhausted too.
But that's okay. That's okay. We've had a great weekend. The fundraiser went great. For those of you that follow our church and our church channel, we were able to raise
Facebook page. We don't have a channel.
No, thank you. About $8,700. We raised about $8,700. There's a lady in our church whose husband passed away recently with throat cancer. She's only 58 years old, and we wanted to bless her, so we had a fundraiser to help her during this time period. And the church showed out. So we rounded that up. The church rounded that up, and we gave her a check this morning for $10,000. and it blessed her socks off. She just cried, received it well. So grateful, so thankful, and just really good.
Yeah.
So, hey, sermon today, I think went really well because we had completed that fundraiser. And
be sure you're talking loud because we don't have the microphone.
And because we left our impact on the community like we did, I just wanted to take today, the title of the message was Looking in the Mirror.
Do you look like this?
Do you look like this? Yeah, thank you. I lost my title for a moment. Do you look like this? Meaning, when you look in the mirror, do you see the reflection of Christ or do you see the reflection of something else? And so because of that, we dealt with Philippians chapter 2, where Paul said he was encouraging the Christians there to be the example of Christ and have the mindset of Christ and the intent of Christ. He talked about three specific things I feel like in that text. And he said this, basically what he said is do nothing out of selfish ambition because Christ humbly took on flesh, left heaven, came to earth to be a bondservant or a slave, okay? And he died a death for me and for you, a death of kind of humiliation on the cross.
Meant for criminals.
For the sin of our lives. And in that today, what I wanted to dive into was that, first off, the world needs to see Jesus. That was the whole theme of today's message. The world needs to see Jesus. And how do we help them see Jesus is basically, one, through genuine faith. Meaning, there's a lot of fake faith out there. There's a lot of, look at me, look at what I've done. That type mentality. There's a lot of people that say they're believers in word, but they really aren't followers of Christ. Meaning they have a head knowledge, but not a true heart knowledge. And because of that, the world does not always see genuine faith, so they may not be drawn to be a part of the body of Christ because they haven't seen somebody's genuine faith. So we dove into meeting people's needs and meeting people where they're at in our genuine faith, that they need us to be connected to them, connected to their heart, and just be genuine people. The second thing we talked about was every day is an offering of my life. Every day God allows me to breathe. It's Him giving me an opportunity to offer myself to somebody in servitude, in ability to love, ability to help them navigate the waters ahead. It's my day to say, okay, Lord, here I am. Let me offer myself to you, to serve you somehow by helping or connecting with other people through genuine faith. And then lastly, and I use the Good Samaritan in that particular part of the story, how somebody offered themselves to help that Good Samaritan.
The least likely of all who went by, the least likely person is the one who stopped.
And I did that in the genuine faith too. I did that, and I shared that particular thing. That was Isaac calling because he knows we got to catch chickens in a little bit, and he's going to help me get ready today. But anyway, so that genuine faith, offering ourselves today being an offering, our life being an offering. And lastly, we talked about how we've got to do it through a spiritual act of obedience or a physical act of obedience. The Bible said that Christ was obedient even unto death. I shared with the church, I said, He's not asking you to be obedient even unto death, but there may be some things He asks you to do that you feel like is as difficult as death, because we have to do what Christ says. I didn't dive into this a lot, but the Bible says He emptied Himself and took on the flesh of a man.
The God of the universe.
He could have stayed in heaven, didn't have to come, but He chose to. Or when He came to earth, He could have chose selfishly to set up a kingdom or a domain and had people serve Him, but He didn't choose that. He was humble, and that's what He's asking us to do too. So that's what we did today. I thought it went great. Just got a text message a while ago. One of those text messages, hey, preacher, you were preaching directly at me today. This is what I'm walking through right now. Please pray for me. I use your message as a confirmation that I'm on the right track. So that's always a good time when you get one of those texts.
And when he said a while ago about our genuine faith, the world is hungry for genuine Christians, not to be fake and tout it on social media. Although that's a great platform.
Here you go. Here's the fakeness. You ready? We take a selfie, make our lives look the way that we want you to perceive it to look, when all the time we may not be doing what the Lord has us to do.
And we know the world is hungry because that's the biggest compliment we get. And the most often compliment we get on this channel is that y'all are real. You see me with no makeup, but you see me cry. You see me worship the Lord. And that's what we want you to see in us, is our true, genuine love for the Lord and each other and for you.
You see her bloopers.
Yeah, you see my bloopers,
the
everything.
Raw and the real.
When I say milk, when I mean water. When I say water, when I mean milk.
That's happened. When I say teaspoon,
And if I don't
mean
pronounce
tablespoon.
things like you want me to.
Like what?
Salmon. Yes, I put the L in it.
That is funny. She gets that a lot when she says,
It's okay. I'm going to say it till the day I die.
it's not salmon?
Not in
Just
my
kidding.
book.
I'm just kidding. Just kidding. No. For all of our friends that love to give us feedback. So, but anyway. All right, guys, that's it for today. That's a wrap for our couch time moment. Hey, stay tuned. There's some more things coming. Highlights of this week. We don't have a lot of video stuff for you. A lot of
Just
pictures.
too busy.
We've had a crazy, crazy week. We appreciate you joining in. The video's not as long as normal, and it's a little different. But anyway, stay tuned for next week. We will get back to normal next week.
We're going to say goodbye, but don't go anywhere because there's more to come.
All right, here we go.
So remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything.
Hang tight. Here comes the rest.
Okay, so now let's go back to Friday. There's a few clips and photographs of when we cut cakes and fellowshipped while we were getting the cakes ready for the benefit fundraiser. Yep. All right, so now absolutely no video footage was made of the actual barbecue event, but there were some still shots. So let me go ahead and run those real quick, and then I'll come back and say goodbye. There was a whole group of people we did not get pictures of. We had everything you saw was just inside the fellowship hall, but we had a whole system outside that was drive-through. So we had a whole crew working on the outside doing drive-through and working that area. So we had a whole group of people we didn't even get pictures of, and we are so super sorry that we didn't. We were just all working so hard yesterday, and it's just beautiful to watch God's church work. Well, guys, thank you so very much for joining me and Bryant right here on the Farming Pastor's Wife. We love you guys so very much. We love our church. We are so proud of our church and the hard work that they have done this weekend. It is a joy and a privilege to pastor and be the pastor's wife of such an amazing church. So if you're not involved in your church, get involved. Get involved. And if your church is not doing outreach, You get that going. You birth it and get it going and get your church looking outward instead of inward. So, okay. All right. We'll see you guys next time. I don't know what this week holds. So we'll see you Monday right here on the Farm and Pastor's Wife. We love you guys. Remember, if the grease is hot enough, you can fry anything. Bye, y'all.